another set of questions from a class in Florida and from a student in North Carolina. And the questions are, why did the U.S. military add the 5-star rank during World War II? And how many American officers held this rank? On December 14, 1944, Congress approved the creation of the temporary grade of General of the Army and Fleet Admiral. In terms of rank insignia, the officers that would hold this rank would wear 5 silver stars in a circle. Prior to December 1944, the highest active duty rank in America's military at that time was that of General and Admiral. Now, these officers wore 4 silver stars. The British, the French, and many of the other nations involved in World War II had the equivalent of this 4-star rank, but they also had an additional higher rank. Now, during the war, American commanders are being placed in charge of operations that included Allied commanders who held this higher rank. Other American commanders need to be able to work on equal terms with their higher-ranking Allied counterparts, and so the American 5-star rank was created to solve these issues and to ensure that American military commanders had the seniority they needed to do their jobs. Now, for the United States Army, it's not the first time the title General of the Army is used. It's just the first time the title has been used with the 5-star insignia of rank. In 1866, Congress conferred the title General of the Army on Lieutenant General Ulysses S. Grant, and he wore 4 silver stars. The title then passed to William T. Sherman, and then to Philip Sheridan, and Sherman and Sheridan would wear 2 silver stars flanking the arms of the United States. And now for the second question. How many 5-star officers were there? The answer is 7 in 1944, and then 2 after the war, for a total of 9 5-star officers. Between December 15th and December 20th, 1944, 3 admirals and 4 generals were given the new rank. The promotions were staggered to ensure a clear order of seniority, and they also rotated Navy to Army, Navy to Army. Admiral William Leahy is the first to receive 5 stars. He is President Franklin Roosevelt's Chief of Staff, and he also chairs the Chiefs of Staff. As the first to receive this new rank, he is America's most senior officer on active duty in World War II. After Leahy, General George C. Marshall is appointed the rank of General of the Army. At the time, he's serving as Chief of Staff of the Army. There is a story that the reason the United States used the title General of the Army rather than Marshal, the title that many other allies used for this advanced rank, was that Marshall didn't want to be Marshal. That's probably not true, and it's clear that the United States already had precedent for using the title General of the Army. After Marshall, the next officer promoted is Admiral Ernest King, Chief of Naval Operations. After King, General Douglas MacArthur is promoted. He is serving as one of the major theater commanders in the Pacific during the war. With his typical flair, he has a silversmith in the Philippines melt down a collection of American, Australian, Dutch, and Filipino coins representative of the national forces under his command, and these are melted down to form the distinctive circle of 5 stars for his new insignia. After MacArthur, Admiral Chester Nimitz is promoted to Fleet Admiral. Like MacArthur, he serves as one of the major theater commanders in the Pacific during the war. Next up is General Dwight D. Eisenhower. Perhaps more than any of the other commanders we've mentioned, as America's leading commander in Europe, Eisenhower is constantly surrounded by a coalition of high-ranking Allied officers. His promotion expresses Washington's confidence in his leadership, and it adds to the tools he already possesses. After Eisenhower, General Hap Arnold receives the promotion. He leads the U.S. Army Air Corps during the war. The Air Force would not be a separate service until 1947, and in 1949, Congress approves changing Arnold's 5-star rank in the Army to that rank in the Air Force, making him General of the Air Force. After these 7 promotions in 1944, 2 others were later promoted to the rank. Admiral William Halsey was promoted in December 1945, and to date he is the last U.S. Navy officer to hold the rank. General Omar Bradley is the last member of the U.S. Army to hold the rank. Now, he received the promotion in 1950 when he was serving as the first chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Bradley received the promotion mostly to avoid any issues of rank with General Macarthur, who was still on active duty. The U.S. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, and Air Force retain the 5-star rank for use in time of war if needed. To date, however, it remains vacant across the services. We hope that answers your questions. Keep them coming. We've gotten a few questions about an even higher rank, that of General of the Armies and that of Admiral of the Navy, as well as questions about an effort to make MacArthur a 6-star general. We're going to cover those in another Q&A session coming soon.